Carmin.
Tracey. Freshman sis.
Next week, sis.
We almost there.
We're almost there, sis. So I heard the SB Dunks are coming out. I'm hearing 2 dates. It's either the 18th or the 22nd.
But we gotta be ready either way. I'm gonna keep checking. We gotta keep checking. Make sure we in place.
12:01
orders in
Eastern Standard Time. But you want to know the funny thing? I don't even have my outfits all ready for homecoming yet.
And see, Tracey, you know I'm a planner and a packer. I've already got all that laid out. So I'm gonna need you to get ready and make sure you're ready.
I'll get there.
All right. As long as we get placed by the 22nd.
I'll get there. Just don't leave me at the airport. That's all I gotta say.
I got you.
Don't leave me at the airport. Well, here we are.
This is our final episode. So episode 6. So Legends of the Fall. This is our Fall 97 podcast, our 25th anniversary of our freshman year in the 100. So the purpose of this podcast is to share our history, share our memories with our freshman brothers and sisters. So for those that have never listened before, you know, freshman brothers and sisters, this is the year, the way the Marching 100 defines it. Your freshman brothers and sisters are those that you come up with and you march with your freshman year or your first year in the 100. And so what we're doing is commemorating each other, sharing our memories, and especially for those who aren't able to make it, we're using this time to record our stories and record our history. And so this episode is dedicated to the Flag Corps. So one of the feature sections of the 100.
The livest.
Yes. A very rich history within the 100. And so much history that comes along with the Flag Corps. So I thought this would be a perfect time to interview some of our freshman brothers and sisters that spun the flag during their time in the 100 and get a better understanding of why they chose to be on flag, what it means to them, and just to share their experiences. So without further ado, we have Mrs. Francesca Applewhite, we have Mrs. Charmaine Chester, and we have Mr. Marcus Guthrie, our freshman sisters and brothers. So welcome.
Welcome.
I'm so glad to have you all on the podcast.
It's good to see everybody. Man,
I'm glad to be here.
Yes. Hi.
So we will start out. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm here.
Right, because you know I was going to get you because we never see Charmaine.
No,
so we
I'm
finally
here, though.
got her.
Right. I'm so excited, Charmaine, because I just reached out. We were just talking about Charmaine, and I said, let me shoot her a message, let her know I'm thinking about her. And she said, are y'all on right now? And I said, here's the link. If you can get on, get on.
Yeah,
so,
I did.
Pleasant surprise. So we are so glad to see your face, Charmaine.
Yeah, nice to see y'all too.
All right. So we will go ahead and jump right into it. So the questions I will ask all three of you are, did you ever play any instrument outside of the Flag Corps? What made you choose that instrument? What made you choose to come up in the 100 on flag? And why did you choose FAMU? So we will start out with you, Frankie.
Yes, I actually did play a couple instruments. In 3rd grade, my father made all of us play the piano. So I played piano from like 3rd grade to 8th grade. Started playing the clarinet in the 5th grade. Played that up until my freshman year in high school. And also I played the bass drum in middle school. In my freshman year in high school. Yep.
Oh, Frankie.
Girl, the bass drum.
Yes, ma'am.
Boom. 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 Come on, big tuna. Boom. Yeah. Boom, shake the room.
Yeah, so I was like all around. So I've been in marching band for because I know before we got Mr. Ignite at our school, we had the corps style marching band. So my freshman year, that's when I played bass drum and we did corps.
So then how did you transition, Frankie, from
how you
had
came to flag
really
from jump?
really diverse instrument
Right. Because
experience?
after that, I had stopped the marching band, and then because I love dancing, and then I got on the dance team in my high school, and then when we got the traditional marching band teacher, I was like, oh shoot, I can dance in a band. So I got on there, and then even like when I was thinking about going to college, I was thinking about going to like Hampton, Jackson State, because I wanted to dance. And it was 96 City Circle Classic. And it was FAMU and Hampton. Hampton played. I was like, yes, girl, Ebony Fire. That was it. I was like, I want to go there. FAMU started playing. I was like, oh no, I'm going to FAMU. That's it. I'm gonna learn how to do that flagpole. And that's how I got to FAMU.
So what was it about the flags, seeing them? What was it that drew you to them?
When they was dancing. Right. And I mean, it looked fun. And then like I said, like the way they played, and it's like, it was just like, wow. I was like, I don't know what it was. I don't know about y'all felt it. Like when you hear the band behind you, it's just like, man.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So next we'll move on to Charmaine. So share your story of what made you decide to any instruments before, did you transition to flag?
Of course,
and then
as a child, the first instrument you learned is a recorder.
okay, you went all the way back.
Yeah,
hot cross buns
started with the recorder. And then in high school, I don't know why I took band as a elective, but I took it as an elective, learned the clarinet.
Okay.
And then from there in high school, that's when I became a flagette. Needed something to do, can't go home, got to find something to do after school. So, hey, join the band, flagette. Let's learn how to spin the flag. That I couldn't play the clarinet that well to stay in the clarinet section. So, and came to band camp one year, and from there I just knew I'm going to FAMU, and I'm spinning the flag.
There it is. The rest is history.
And the rest is history.
So did your high school, they already had a flag corps? Was it similar to the 100
No,
style?
we had, floating flags, not that stick stuff. But, my band director was Chipman, so of course, he is making all of us, lead towards going to FAMU and being in their band, So I just carried on.
Okay. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus. Talk to us. Tell us what instruments you played before deciding to go on to the flag corps.
Well, my first instrument, I was a trumpet player. I played trumpet from 6th to 9th grade.
Really?
Yeah. And then when I got in 9th grade, I became a tuba player. And so I played tuba 9th through 12th grade. And so what got me to FAM, I ain't even gonna flex, it was Carl and Vegas. They are the reason why I went to FAM, because if you know me, y'all know what band. Like, I wanted to march at Southern. I was going to Southern. I went, I auditioned, I paid my band dues, I still got the sweatsuit, all of that from my freshman year. But me and Carl, the whole 11th and 12th grade year, we going to FAM, we going to Southern. Vegas was gonna go to Morris Brown. Like, we convinced him otherwise. And so we was all going to Southern until Carl went to summer school at FAM. But that should have been number one. I was like, why are you going to summer school at FAM? We going to Southern. He was like, I'm just gonna go. So he go down there for the summer. Summer's over with, and he come home and he was like, hey dog, I think I'm gonna go to FAMU. I was like, oh well, have fun. I'll see you across the field. I'm going to Southern. So, long story short, the day August 6th, that was the day before pre-drill. My mother was like, all right, so tomorrow are we going to Tallahassee or are we going to Baton Rouge?
Wow.
And I was like, hey,
Wow.
let's go to Tallahassee. And
Wow.
so they didn't even know I was coming.
What?
And so I got down there, I paid my band dues and everything. And then when we did the meet the freshmen, I was like, hey y'all. Because like we didn't really have cell phones and stuff like that to call and be like, I'm down here,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So it was like, stand up and say your name. Hello, my name is Marcus Guthrie and I'm from Latonia. And they were like, you came.
I remember that day.
Latonia.
Right.
LA,
Yeah.
Latonia.
The Latonia, yeah, that's right. LA. The Latonia
And then
area.
sat back down like you was from one of the J sets from Jackson State, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I think what did it for me, for because my friends were coming here. Carl and Vegas, we've been friends since 7th grade.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, it's 4 hours away versus 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta have somebody to kick it with. So I just decided to come on to FAMU.
Okay.
Wow.
And the rest is history, as they say.
And that's so interesting because I could not picture fall 97 without you, Marcus.
Really?
And
I was not gonna be there.
Right. And so just the fact that it was so that last minute decision that made you decide to come.
And another thing too, Carl, Vegas, and I are the first 3 ever from our high school.
Really? So no one from Latonia had come before y'all?
Nope.
Where was everybody going?
Alabama State, because our band director, so we had a white band director.
Uh-huh.
And we had a black one. Our white band director went to Kentucky State, University of Kentucky, or Kansas or somewhere like that. And then our black band director, he went to Alabama State. And so the white band director, he used to let Mr. Thomas just run everything, really. And so he was sending everybody to Alabama State. And that was also the year before Morris Brown got really, really, really good. And so it was like, we got Morris Brown right here in Atlanta. Why not try that? But what did it for me is Heritage Bowl, 96. I saw the 100 both times they came. They played Southern twice that year in Atlanta.
Okay.
First time, they played You Are Not Alone on that field, and it just filled up that dome. And then the second time is when they played Who Can I Run To?
That bass line. Yeah. Man.
And so I was like, okay. Now, y'all know I love attention. So like the flag court was like her. That's what they say, child. But
no.
You know
that's what they
say.
No. That's what they say, child. They say I'm an attention seeker.
How?
And so when I seen them people dancing up front, I couldn't be a dance girl. And dance up front. So I was like, I'm gonna get in the band. I'm gonna be on the flag court and I'm gonna buck foolishly up front in front of these people because I love to dance. So that's it.
Marcus Guthrie, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Yes.
And so it was a really cool experience. Like, I don't know, that was my first time. Like, I've never been to FAMU band camp, so like I didn't understand. Like, all of them been to band camp. They go, what? Because I met you at band camp. I met you at band camp. So I'm gonna sit over here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna sit over here like this. But then, we started spending time with each other. And you know, the bond has this grown. Like, I love all of y'all more than y'all probably would ever know. You know what I'm saying? Because of everything that we have gone through. We grew
Yes.
up together.
You're right, exactly.
We truly
Literally.
did. We truly
did.
We grew up together, and a lot of experiences that I've had with y'all have shaped me in my life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go in the memory bank and just pull out something with everybody. You know what I'm saying? A memory that I have with every one of y'all. And like, it's something that it'll make you smile, or you know what I'm saying? It'll just encourage you because you remember those good times.
Definitely.
The night on the steps of crying.
Baby, let me tell you, the Wiz was on yesterday, honey, and I was looking at it and I was like, friend.
Oh my gosh.
So I gotta give y'all this story. It was freshman year before we were getting ready to go home. I was in Pattyfoot packing up. Friend, where were you at? Wheatley?
At Cropper Hall.
Cropper Hall. And for some reason, she just called me out the blue. And I was like, what's going on? She was like, I'm getting ready to leave. And I'm just sad. I was like, me too. And so I was like, I'm going to come and see you. So I'll go over there and we just grabbed each other and we hugged and we cried so hard on them steps on Cropper because we thought we was never going to see each other again.
Me and you, us never part.
Right.
Like, I thought we was never going to see each other again. And like, that really, like, every time I see the Wiz now, I'd be like, or anytime I see a Cabbage Patch.
Right.
We were just talking about that.
A little milk for the baby.
Right. Little milk for the baby.
Oh my God.
Didn't that baby get left somewhere?
Girl. That hurt I cried real tears. Like, I lost my child. For real.
That baby got left in the hotel.
I wanted to go back.
That was South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that baby. We got back on the bus, and it was like, "Fred, where's your baby?"
That was.
I left it in a hotel.
I was devastated.
She didn't say nothing all the way back to Tallahassee.
So ladies and gentlemen, Fran had a Cabbage Patch, and she left it in a hotel in South Carolina. And sis was devastated.
Yeah, you see why I like my bald-headed black baby? It's just a reminder.
Imagine what that doll is worth now as a collector. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, that was the FAMU. Wait a minute, that was the FAMU versus South Carolina State game.
But that was the
we went to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. That was
our first overnight trip.
Mm-hmm. That was the first time I had ever seen the 100 march into a stadium and do a dance routine. The game had already started too, and Dr. White was like, "We gonna play here." Everybody was looking at it like up front. They were so confused. They was like,
"Hey, what?"
Here? He was like, "Yeah, backstabbers with the drum break." What?
And the funny thing about that game was, after we whooped up on them on the football team, demolished them on the halftime, then we went into their calf and ate dinner. That was just.
I ain't gonna lie. They had some good food, though.
South Carolina.
That's what we came up with. What was the skit? Could you please pass me the portable Polana all fruit? No, can you pass me the portable Polana all fruit? And Tracey, can you please pass me the jelly? Kim falling out.
Flag Corps, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Flag Corps.
We was a hot mess.
Y'all made it through.
Made it through, though. Y'all made it through.
How many times I rolled in the trunk of the car, man?
Baby.
Right.
Oh my God.
Remember Kim's little car and all of them?
Oh, that Suzuki Esteem, baby. With all 10 of them poles coming out the side.
Right.
I'm going to share this story about the Flag Corps. This was fall 97. And we're in the back at Freshman Hill, right? Right before the gates. We called it the Gates of Hell, right? So everybody's at the gates of hell. Then we see this gray Toyota. What was it? Toyota Tercel. That was Kim's car, right?
A Suzuki Esteem.
It was a Suzuki. Okay. I just remember it being like this grayish greenish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's rolling real slow because the car is nearly touching the asphalt. And we're like, what the hell is going on? We see all these flag poles just sticking out at every open orifice of the car. I see Charmaine hop out the trunk. I'm like, what the hell? And then it was like a clown car. It was pouring out.
We went everywhere together. Everywhere.
Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that time they gave us the day off for like pre-drill or something, and we called ourselves gonna go to the movies. We took the bus to the Tallahassee Mall to go to the movies, but we didn't know how the bus ran, and so like when we got out of the movies, we were standing there waiting on the bus. It was like 20 people, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and the police pulled up. He was like, "What are y'all doing?" We was like, "We waiting on the bus to go back to campus." They was like, "No, sir, it's Sunday." That bus stopped running at 8 o'clock.
Oh my goodness!
And so we had to walk back to Tallahassee,
Oh,
from Tallahassee
Lord.
Mall to campus.
Not Guthrie Square, ladies and gentlemen. Tallahassee Mall.
Right.
On North
out by
That's
I-10.
the far
Out by
side.
I-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was out there right by I-10, right in front of the Krispy Kreme. Like, yeah, we're gonna go back to campus. We not had a good time. That policeman was like, "So bus stop running at 8."
Oh my goodness!
No, we didn't, sir.
Together for a cab.
But that's how you learn, though.
How we learn.
Yeah, we trekked that behind all the way back across that thing.
So let's get into this, right? So life after the 100 and FAMU for you guys. Let's start back with Frankie. So what has life been like for you since those days on the Hill, and where are you at now?
Oh, I went through like with military, having kids, family life, getting back in school. It's been a journey.
Right.
But I mean, right now, like I was telling you before, I'm in the midst of getting my master's degree and doing nursing classes right now. Who you telling? I have a daughter that I'm trying to get off the school. And then must have a son, and my son who's in 6th grade. So it's just getting older, and I've been keeping up with everybody on Facebook.
Charmaine.
Oh, I'm sorry. And my wonderful husband. He was like, "You didn't say nothing about me."
Don't leave Tony out.
I can't leave my baby out. That's been my life.
Him out now.
Yeah, we've been together for 13 years, married 5.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Congrats.
And I said I would never ever date anybody military, and I ain't a married one.
No.
So Charmaine, what about you? Life after FAMU, like what's the journey been like for you? Where are you at now?
Journey been rough, tough, smooth, cool. I've been up and down, I've been through a lot, so I can't really say, everything's cool, but it's been some good days. It's been a lot of bad days. I just lost my husband, so right now I'm just going through that, trying to regroup my life and find a new purpose, because that was somebody I was taking care of for at least the last years, because that he been sick, and I have nobody to take care of. So it's like, what do I do now with myself?
Yeah, it's an adjustment.
Right.
So just trying to get back to something normal, other than just working. I love working, but other than work, I don't do nothing but sit in the house,
And our niece has grown up, baby. Our niece is grown up, baby. I see her picture. I said, wait a minute,
right? She's a senior.
Yeah, I really haven't seen her. That's another story, but I've seen pictures of her.
Yeah,
and that's part of why you were on my mind, Charmaine. So reaching out to you. I didn't know. I just said, hey, well, let's send out the link and see if she can get on. So just so good to see you. And
Yes,
nothing
I'm
ever
still
happens
here,
on
still
accident.
alive.
I'm
Are you
so
gonna
Still
be there next
standing.
week?
I will.
Yes.
Yes. Still
So you
standing,
have
Charmaine.
to
You're
come,
still standing.
Marcus. You have to.
So, Marcus, life after FAMU, how has it been for you, and what are you doing now?
Well, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had boards all turned up, places on the floor, no carpet, just bare. But I'm here. I'm here, y'all. But no, like after I left him, I just really was trying to find something that I really like doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be a worker. I'm always gonna be a go-getter, but I just never really found that thing for me. Like I've worked in corporate America. I taught high school. And now I think I'm finally coming into my own because I currently work for Delta. And I like to travel, and I get to go wherever I want to, whenever we have time, because it's so busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all are out here traveling now, and so that's pretty much it. I got a degree in paralegal, and I'm currently working on my master's. That's it, really. Just trying to make it and be sexy. That's it.
Yes,
Well,
Marcus.
get it.
Be sexy.
Yes.
I've been
Yes.
married. I was married for about 12 years, then I got divorced. And so, at like that's you really have to find yourself after that. Like I lost a lot of myself when I was in that situation. That's why I would be distant, and you didn't see me that much because I was just dealing with a lot. But I'm here now. I ain't going nowhere.
Good.
I love y'all.
I got a
Love you
story
too.
about Marcus, right? So, a couple of weeks ago, I flew into Atlanta. So I'm coming up the jet bridge. I think I was digging in my bag.
And going off with your homegirl. Y'all was having a very heated conversation coming up the jet bridge.
It was me and one of my cycle sisters. We coming up the jet bridge. I'm digging in the bag, and we're talking about something. And then I hear somebody say, "Welcome to Atlanta," and then I'm just digging in the bag, and somebody says, "Welcome to Atlanta," and I'm like, "Who is that?" Freshman sis. I looked up. I'm like, Marcus.
We made such a scene at that gate. Like
People
it was
looking at us like,
scene.
"What are they doing?"
Right? Like who is it? Who is she? Who is she? That's my sister. That's who that is. The captain was like, "Well, I guess y'all know each other, huh?" I said, "Sir, you have no idea."
Marcus had on his Delta blazer and everything, suited and booted. I was like, "What?"
Awesome.
Black horse, stay alive. You guys just stay alive.
That was the thing, though. We had our own bond. We had our own world. That we had the audacity to bring it on, totally separate from the rest of the band.
Right.
At Bragg Stadium, Fall '97.
Yes.
All our instruments. We gonna bring it on at Bragg Stadium.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
What we talking about now?
Do you guys remember we were at the track and we were doing parades around the track?
That was after the season.
We had a whole parade and at
oh
nighttime.
My goodness. I haven't thought about that in so long.
I know. I actually almost forgot about that.
Wow.
That night we brought it on and Brad. That was the night that we had the party at house.
Yes, and had cut the calf. He brought plates, forks, knives, spoons.
We are mentioning government names. Hello, hi.
And he had drunk that grain alcohol and passed out in front of the door. We're not saying nobody's name, Normie gonna
He
edit
said
that out. We ain't saying nobody name. I
Norman
just
in the
said
back.
he.
Norman in the back with his headphones on, like, oh shoot.
I ain't
His
know none
hand-
of this.
His hand is constantly on the
I got to
sensor
edit
button.
that out. Oh, dang it.
His hand,
Black
his,
cord.
his hand constantly on the censor button. You know the flag cord was gonna be uncensored.
I got
She
a
was like,
question.
y'all.
Mhm.
What's
Did you
up?
adjust to? Because I know, like, FAM's flag core is different from any other flag core I've seen.
Facts. Very much
It just
so.
seemed, more athletic. The poles are longer. So how did y'all, just adjust to that style and having to learn that style of flag?
Push
For
up.
me, it was Charmaine.
Oh, really?
For me,
Yeah, I was with
for
Fran
me,
every
it was
day.
Charmaine.
Me, Fran,
I
and
assisted
Marcus.
freshman
Yeah.
set. Yeah, I assisted freshman set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for her, because like I had never experienced being on an auxiliary. Like I didn't know how to hold the mug. I didn't know how to
Mm-hmm.
I
none of
didn't either.
that.
I was a dancer. I wasn't no flag. Nothing
But
about
you
it.
had to, yeah. But like, and so like it was like this little part of my hand right here
It hurt
still
so
hurt.
bad.
Still, it never got right. Like never, like still hurt. I still got calluses on my hand from that right there. And I think we were also blessed because we had older members. We had someone from '94
Yeah.
with
Love.
us. My mom even asked about y'all. Remember when y'all came home with me that time?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
My mom was like, "Where them girls that came home with you that time?" I
Hmm.
said, "I'm still talking. They still around. Everybody's still here."
That's what it's all about,
That's what it's all
though.
about. You get
It
to
never
take
dies.
sisters and brothers home to meet the family, and they're like, and even years later, like, hey, what about this thing? You brought them home? Are you still talk to them? Yep.
And that's like he not in this section, but he was going home one time, and he was like, "Man, my grandmama gonna kill me because I'm not speaking Spanish." And I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "I don't speak Spanish up here. They're not gonna allow that at home." I said, "Well, start now." I said, "Talk to me all day like you would at home in Spanish." I didn't know nothing he was saying. I was like, "Get your practice in, bro."
Right?
Because I don't want because grandma did not play. Grandma was like, "No English, no English, no English."
No English.
Right. Yeah, no English.
No
But
English.
that's what we did. That's what we did for each other. Like we were each other's support system. Like I would not have made it if it were not for y'all.
I know what else is like when any of us got down or was going through something, like, hey, we all check up on everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And I think it's still like that today, going through different life situations and different life journeys. I can honestly say for myself, when I had, challenges of my own, I could pick up the phone and, call Carmin, talk to Carmin about it. Me and Vinaya, we would talk, about, things, stuff like, life and whatever. And we have all been there for each other. Now it's like we're entering in a season where we're burying parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing that it's becoming a thing now. And to know that you could pick up the phone and call somebody like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this. I'll even say this. When my father passed, Carmen was like, hey, I'm going to get my grandma. It was your grandma, right, Carmen?
My grandmother.
Carmen's grandma sent me, was it a 7-Up cake?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds
good.
good.
7-Up cake after my father passed. And the first time, because see, look, I'm of Jamaican descent. So both of my parents are Jamaican. So it's like, I didn't know about like red velvet cake and all the other stuff until I got to FAMU, Tallahassee. So here's Carmen. She's getting this big box from home. And, we're all like crowding around, like, what's in the box? And it's cake. And I remember I had a slice of that 7-Up cake. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And ever since then, Carmen would always get a 7-Up cake because Carmen's grandma knew that I liked them. So when my father passed in 2014, I remember I came home from work and there was a box. It was taped up, and I saw the address and I'm like, this is the 7-Up cake, man. I stood in the kitchen. I still had all my work clothes and everything, and I had the fork, and it just to be going through that emotional time. But that cake took me back to when I was at Pattyfoot, So it's like we have those life challenges, we have those events, and it's just it's a beautiful thing that 25 years later we can still call on one another,
right?
Help and for support. And I know we're coming up on time, so I'm just gonna ask each and everybody, each of the Flag Corps members, just to share one thing that you've learned from the 100 that has taken you through life up to this point. Go ahead, Fran.
And I can do anything I put my mind to, because that was the biggest challenge for me. And just like when I went to the military, it was like, this ain't jack. The pre-drill was worse than this.
Right.
I don't know what thinking that. Because I was like, boy.
It gives you context. It's like I know what I can go through. There's a certain level I can get through.
Right.
Awesome.
What about you, Charmaine?
I guess this hard work pays off in the end. Might be hard in the beginning, but in the end, the payoff.
It's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Did we lose Marcus?
Yeah, I think he had to go back to work.
I had to go back. So
yeah, he had to go back. Marcus is on duty. So he had to jump off. So I'm pretty much sure Marcus would share the same sentiments. Oh, you know what, Charmaine, I got to give you your flowers. I have to give you your flowers. I was taking calculus sophomore year, and if it wasn't for Charmaine, I would not have made it through that class. I used to go to Charmaine dang near 3 times a week. That's when we were staying at Palmetto North.
mm-hmm.
And I would go to Charmaine like, Charmaine, I just need an hour of your time. I promise you, I won't be a bother. Like, at one point I was like, Charmaine, look, I don't have a lot of money, but what do you like? What can I get? You like, just give me some $5 ice cream.
That's it. Simple.
Just give me that good $5 ice cream and I got you. And Charmaine got me through calculus, and I'll never, ever forget that. So awesome. Charmaine, I'm giving you your flowers dang near 20-something years later.
I appreciate it. No problem.
For getting me through that class. Appreciate
no problem.
Telling you.
Well, thank you both so much for participating tonight. This has been awesome. So we went out with a bang. So this is our final episode. This is the last one going into homecoming.
So, I can't wait to see y'all.
So 25 years we'll be celebrating here in the next few days. So looking forward to seeing everybody. These are our legends. These are the legends of our class. And so
Flag Corps, man, y'all official. Flag Corps.
They really are.
Flag Corps just kept it going with the stories. I'm like, forget the show. Just let them keep talking.
Right.
Okay. Carmen, yes, go ahead.
All right. So this is it. We closing out. So for those that are listening, if you came up in 97, meaning if you marched in a band during the fall of 97, no matter where you are across the country, we hope that this gives you the opportunity to reflect back on your time when you marched. Or if you're even considering joining a band, just seeing the bonds that you can form with people that you march and you play with. So we hope that these experiences inspire the next generation, and we hope that it inspires other classes that have come before us and those that'll continue to come after us. So that's all we have. Legends of the Fall, signing out.
Bye.
I love y'all.
Yay.
Right.
Woo!